Venice has flooded over 100 times a year. Italy decided enough was enough.
3 inlets control all tidal flow into Venice, and all 3 must be sealed.
Beneath the lagoon floor lies 10 meters of soft silt, and then ancient compressed clay.
Every meter drilled reveals the geological history of the Adriatic seafloor.
The soil must bear the weight of 79,000 tons of steel and concrete, permanently. During peak acqua alta, 7,500 cubic meters of seawater floods the lagoon every second. Every centimeter of the seabed is mapped before a single cubic meter of concrete is poured.
The lagoon hosts 700 species. The project must protect the city without destroying the ecosystem.
78 gates, 4 barriers, 1 system chroning, designed to hold back the entire Adriatic.
The surveys are complete. The most complex flood barrier ever built is cleared to begin.
Before a single gate is built, an entire floating construction city must be assembled.
Steel sheet piles driven 12 meters deep create the jetties that will serve this site for 2 decades. A 120-meter floating work platform, assembled piece by piece directly on the lagoon surface.
A 1,400-ton capacity heavy lift crane, the muscle that will place concrete caissons on the seabed.
Every obstruction on the seabed must be surgically removed before the concrete foundations arrive. Over 5 million cubic meters of concrete will be consumed before this project is finished. The inlet bed is deepened to 14 meters, enough for the largest construction vessels ever to enter. The cofferdams must hold back the full force of Adriatic tidal surges during construction. Even a temporary bridge here must carry 60-ton construction vehicles without deflecting a millimeter.
The staging zone is live. 400 workers, 20 vessels, 1 mission.
The first excavation cut defines the exact footprint where 80,000 tons of concrete will sit forever.
The seabed must be cut to within 3 centimeters of design level, at 14 meters depth in tidal current.
Centuries of lagoon sediment are stripped away to expose the ancient clay that will bear the load.
Clay confirmed at target level. Hold depth.
At exactly 14.2 meters, solid Pleistocene clay, the caisson has found its foundation.
A 60-centimeter gravel bed, perfectly level to within 10 millimeters, will receive the caisson base.
Each cofferdam cell is a 22-meter steel ring driven 18 meters into the seabed, a wall against the sea.
Sand-filled cofferdam cells create the dry working platform where the caissons will be assembled.
For the first time in history, this section of the Adriatic seabed stands exposed to open air.
The seabed floor is finished to within 5 millimeters across a 100-meter construction platform.
The seabed is prepared. The cofferdam is dry. The caisson can now be built from the ground up.
Each reinforcement cage contains 47 tons of steel, enough to build 6 full-size passenger aircraft. Every bar connection is torque verified and logged, a permanent record of structural integrity. The formwork defines the precise geometry of the caisson, a mold for 6,000 cubic meters of concrete. The first concrete enters the caisson at 6:14 a.m., the moment 20 years of engineering becomes reality. Night pours prevent thermal cracking. In mass concrete, temperature control is as critical as strength. The formwork climbs with the structure. Lift by lift, the caisson walls rise from the seabed. Inside each caisson, 14 separate chambers serve different structural and mechanical functions. Each hinge anchor must be positioned to within 1 millimeter, or the gates will never align.
Locked.
Caisson No. 1, 6,800 cubic meters of reinforced concrete is structurally complete. Defect at 3 meters, marking now. Every cubic meter tested, every hinge anchor verified. Caisson No. 1 is cleared for installation.
After months of dry construction, the cofferdam will now be deliberately flooded to float the caisson free.
6,000 tons of concrete rises on 12 cubic meters of seawater per second. Buoyancy is relentless.
6,000 tons of concrete floats free, ready to be walked to its permanent position on the seabed.
At 0.8 knots, the convoy has exactly 14 minutes to reach installation coordinates before the tide turns.
Commence descent. 4 GPS coordinates must align simultaneously, and the margin for error is 15 centimeters in open sea. At 14 meters depth, 6,000 tons of concrete meets the seabed and stays there forever. Every 2 meters around the caisson perimeter, divers verify full bearing contact with the gravel bed.
Caisson No. 1 seated and verified.
Zone 3 full.
Pressurized grout locks the caisson to the seabed, a permanent bond between concrete and ancient clay.
5-ton limestone boulders armor the seabed around the caisson, protecting it from tidal scour forever.
Caisson No. 1 is on the seabed. 77 more will follow, one by one, across 3 inlets. Each gate requires 550 tons of high-yield steel plate, delivered, cut, and welded in this single haul. 50-millimeter steel plate is cut to within half a millimeter, the precision of a surgical instrument at industrial scale. Submerged arc welding buries the arc under flux, producing weld quality that no surface inspection can fault.
Every millimeter of every weld is scanned ultrasonically. A defect smaller than 3 millimeters triggers immediate repair.
4 robotic welders work simultaneously, laying 400 meters of fillet weld on a single gate skin. A 20-meter steel gate measured to within 4 millimeters, the precision of a Swiss watch at ship scale. The anti-corrosion system must protect the steel from seawater for a minimum of 100 years. The hinge bore is machined to 0.025 millimeters, tighter than a human hair, so the gate pivots without binding.
A 2.4-ton stainless steel pin drops into its bore under gravity alone, and the fit is that precise.
Both arms seated, gate is hinged.
Gate No. 1 is hinged. For the first time, Venice has a movable barrier between itself and the Adriatic Sea.
A 4.2-meter tunnel beneath the lagoon bed carries the compressed air that raises every single gate.
Compressed air at 3.5 bar floods into the gate chamber, forcing out seawater and lifting 160 tons in 30 minutes. 6 compressors deliver 270 cubic meters of pressurized air per minute, enough to raise all 78 gates simultaneously. Gate number 1 rises for the first time, 160 tons of steel lifted by nothing but air. 28 minutes and 14 seconds Cordunes. Gate No. 1 rises from seabed to battle position on schedule. The gate returns to the seabed under gravity zones, its touchdown force controlled to within 20 kilonewtons. 20 gates rise in sequence. A 380-meter wall of steel seals the Malamocco Inlet in 35 minutes. 1.5-meter storm waves strike the barrier, and the lagoon behind remains perfectly calm. One command from this room raises all 78 gates across 3 inlets in under 30 minutes.
All barriers raised.
The system is certified operational. Venice now has its shield, and the Adriatic must negotiate.
The navigation lock is 380 meters long, large enough for the cruise ships that supply Venice's economy.
Each lockgate leaf weighs 340 tons and must swing freely enough to be moved by a single hydraulic ram. Artificial reef modules transform the caisson bases into marine habitats, engineering that gives back to the lagoon. The operations building is clad in Istrian stone, matching Venice's own palaces across the water. A submarine maintenance robot inspects and services every gate without a single diver entering the water. Bore 7 sensor stations give the operations center a real-time portrait of the entire living lagoon. Bypass channels maintain lagoon ecology during barrier closures. The system protects Venice without killing the lagoon. Navigation lights guide ships through the lock in darkness. The barrier is visible from 12 nautical miles. Standing above the gates on glass floors, visitors see the engineering that saves their city, 14 meters below their feet. The infrastructure is complete. 4 barriers, 3 inlets, 1 city. Now comes the real test.
Initiate barrier closure protocol, all 4 barriers. 135 centimeter Aqua Alta forecast. The first real activation of MOSE is 18 hours away.
For the first time in history, Venice prepares for a flood it knows will never arrive.
The last vessel clears the lock. The Adriatic entrance to Venice closes for the first time in its history.
All barriers, raise gates, commence closure.
One button press. 78 gates begin rising simultaneously across 3 inlets. 78 gates rise across 3 inlets. The Adriatic Sea is being turned back.
The surge peaks at 135 centimeters at sea. In Venice, 47 centimeters. St. Mark's Square stays dry.
For the first time in recorded history, Venice does not flood during an Aqua Alta of 135 centimeters. The storm has passed. All 78 gates lower. Venice and the Adriatic breathe together once more. The engineer who spent 22 years building this walks it alone to Frez, the morning after it worked for the first time. And this is how Italy built the gates that gave Venice back its future, from nothing into eternity.